This is so good. This one is my favorite juice. Anyways, hey guys, welcome back to a new video. This video, we're gonna bring out some tea. Okay, we got a little bit of tea. Okay, so basically this video is about how me and my first situation stopped talking. If you guys didn't watch the last video is about how me and my first situation had my first kiss. We gonna get on with that video. I low-key want to apologize for my background. My background a little messed up, but that's not the point. So we're gonna start off back, like I said, back in, what was it, 2020? It was like 2021, 2022. If you didn't watch the first video, go ahead and watch the first video if you want to know about how we first met. But we're gonna skip past that part because I already explained it. I'm not explaining it again. So like I said, this was back in 10th grade. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Yeah, we both had our little mistakes, and I will tell you about all of it, period. 100%. After that kiss or whatever, I was trying to learn more about him because I was trying to prepare myself for whatever was to come, right? Because I didn't want to just like, yummy. I was asking people, I'm like, you know light skin? Like, they be like, yeah, light skin was known around the school. So I was like, anything about him? Like, is he a bad person? Is he a good person? Because I don't want to associate myself with somebody if I don't know him, if I don't know them, It was my fault. Like, maybe I should have learned on my own, but I was trying to save myself. Like I said, this is my first situationship. I'm trying to save myself for whatever heartbreak was probably going to come if we ended up being together. He told me in the very beginning that people make up rumors about him. So I was like, why do they do that? He was like, I don't know. Like, people just be hating on me. So I'm like, oh. I'm asking people, everybody telling me the same thing, saying that he like little kids, how they found middle schoolers sitting on his lap, how he be abusing his girlfriend, all that extra stuff. And I was like, he don't seem like that person, but then again, I don't know him. So when I asked my best friend about him, he was like, oh yeah, ask such and such about him because she used to fuck with him. So I'm like, first I went to somebody that was in his grade. So I asked her, and she was like, oh yeah, light skin, like he's a good person, like we don't talk no more, but he really is a good person. So I was like, okay, well, she said this. And out of all the people that said this, I don't know who to believe now. That's my dog in the background. To myself, I'm like, I'm not going to stop talking to him just because all these other people saying it. I don't know what's happening. I'm not going to believe them without having no type of proof. You know what I'm saying? I asked somebody who was in my grade, she was trying to warn me all of a sudden. Now it kind of sounded urgent. She's like, oh no, Kari, like, don't talk to him. Kari, like, no this, no that. He's going to break your heart. He's going to abuse you. He's going to do this and he's going to do that. First of all, I would never let nobody put their hands on me in the first place. This was exactly the next day. I remember this. We were walking, and we were just hanging out. We walked into the park, and he's like, he's being kind of distant. So I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, you need to talk to me about anything? Like, I'm trying to be an understanding person. Like, talk to me anytime. He's like, no, it's not nothing. It's nothing, yada, yada, But that's what a lot of guys do. That's what a lot of people do. So while we were walking, he says, can I see your phone? I just gave it to him because, like, I don't got nothing to my phone. He sees the message between me and a girl who used to be talking to. I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I don't remember what he said, but I'm explaining to him, like, yo, I don't know if it's true or not, but they saying such and such about you. He was just like, okay. We did talk it out. I was like, I'm going to push the rumors to the side. Everybody's saying such and such. Everybody's talking shit about him. So my sister came over, and it was like a Saturday the next day. So she was like, yo, like, let's hang out. I want to meet light skin. We was going to hang out with only him so my sister can meet him. Me and my sister, we was at the park. We playing around. We, we being ourselves. Like, I'm 15. She was like 13. She was like 12. And he's being kind of distant. I'm trying to talk to him. I'm like, yo, light skin, like, what's up? Like, he's trying to walk ahead of us. I'm like, light skin, you cool? Nobody told me anything about him in the past few days. So I'm just kind of like, why are you kind of being distant? Like, hey guys, it's future me. So I was like editing the video and I didn't feel like restarting, but I was like, that's probably why he stopped talking to me. Basically what had happened was because that night he was like, I started talking to my girlfriend, like I broke up with her. So what are we now? Me being me, I'm confused because I don't know what he's talking about. I'm like, we're friends, right? He was like, wow, okay. So I was like, what? He was like, oh, nothing. So that is when he did start getting a little, make it to the park, And while we're there, I'm trying to talk to him like, yo, you cool, you good, like, what's up, what's wrong? And he's just not talking. So he's like, no, I'm cool, just go ahead, go back to your sister. I'm like, okay. So I sit on the swing, me and my sister talking. We probably talking about some drama that happened recently at our school, at my school or her school, about some fights or arguments or yada yada. It doesn't matter. That's when we hear him go on the phone like, yo, bro, like, can you come pick me up from the park? Which park? Oh yeah, such and such. That's my head. I'm like, my thing is, why would you come? If we invite you out and you say, yeah, sure, just to leave 10 minutes later is no point. Like, what was the point of coming? We're like, we go up to him like, yo, if you didn't want to stay, like, you could have just, you didn't have to come. He was like, no, like, bro, I'm cool. I'm like, I hate when people lie to me. I hate that. And that's when his friend, brown skin, comes up. And they get up, they start walking away. See, my sister, like, thinking, oh, where are we going now? So we following them. Maybe we shouldn't have thought that. In our head, we was like, oh yeah, where are we going now? We being a little naive, right? So while we walking, they're about 20 feet ahead. He turned around, he was like, oh, like, where we're actually leaving. Mind you, they kind of far. So I'm like, huh? Like, I can't hear, huh? And he's like, yeah, we were leaving. We're going home. Me and my sister was like, what? Like, we invited you out just for you to leave 10 minutes later. But what is the whole point of that? So my sister's like, bro, how you gonna do that? Like, you're not supposed to leave her. You're not even gonna walk her home. They was like, okay, let's walk them home. They're walking home. We're making jokes. I'm trying to talk to them, but they low-key ignoring me and my sister. We're almost home. We know we're pretty much, we're back in my neighborhood. That's when, like, this guy, he comes up to my sister, this little bull, he's like, yo, he trying to ask for a number. So I'm trying to pull her away from the situation because she's just kind of standing there like, well, that's the reason why we went across the street. Or we walked back across the street. And I'm looking around and I'm like, me and my sister turn our head. Why was the motherfuckers all the way down the street? When I tell you we looked back and they were gone. I'm just kind of sitting there. I'm like, I don't know what I did in the past 2 days before him, but I started talking to me about it. My sister was like, bro, like, what is wrong with them? Like, just walk home. Like, don't talk to him no more. I'm just like, he's not interested in talking to me anyway. Like, we went home. I low-key blocked him. I didn't want to block him, but I blocked him. Fast forward, I was in a group chat. They were my friends, and they were saying, like, yo, like, light skin, yeah, this and that. He tried to talk to me. He tried to talk to yada, yada, yada. And then they put me in a group chat where they was all low-key bashing him. They was all coming after him. They was starting to fight him. But he was just kind of be like, LaMayo, cool. No, he's not really entertaining it. So fast forward again, I remember I was at my sister's house and it was late at night. And two things actually happened in one. This was like way later. I was in 11th grade. I stopped talking to this other guy. Well, he stopped talking to me. But anyways, two things happened was he called me that night and light skin texted me. So we're going to make a separate story time about him, not bashing him. He's a good person. And I just got done. I don't know what I was doing. I was probably on the phone talking to some people's. So I went downstairs in her living room, and I get the feeling like, I feel like I should have unblocked light skin, because what if he's going to send me something? I have a deep feeling he's going to send me a message. So I unblocked him. About 2 minutes later, he gets like, oh, you never played the game. I'm like, what game? He was like, the basketball game. I was like, oh yeah, my fault, like, resend it. I don't remember our conversation from there. Fast forward again, it was kind of like, I needed that closure. Like, I feel like he thought something different. Oh, that's what I forgot. Bro, okay, right? You know, backtrack a couple days, a couple months or whatever. Right. So I didn't block him yet in this part. I probably didn't block him, and I asked him to play Roblox. And we low-key got in an argument. He was kind of switching up the whole situation up on me and my sister. He's like, oh, y'all was doing such and such. Like, y'all walked away from us. I'm like, no, we didn't. You walked away from us. He was like, no, we didn't. Like, y'all walked away from us. I'm like, no, we didn't. And he was like, oh, yeah. I remember now. Then that's when that situation where we played. Also, we did not end up playing Roblox because when we tried, he put my full name and my age in his username. So fast forward again. I texted him like, yo, let's play Roblox. He sent me a question mark. I only did this because I was like, I wanted him to make sure he had his closure and me had my closure, like clear some things up. Because I felt like he probably had different thoughts about like what I did in the situation. Like maybe he thought something different. He was like, no, you and your peoples did this, did that. I'm like, whoa, them is not my peoples. Them is not my peoples. I don't have no friends. I have 2 friends. That's it. Them is not my peoples. Okay, them just classmates. Okay, them is just schoolmates. Like they my friends. They're my school friends because I don't hang out with them. So when you talking about you and your peoples did this and did that, I'm like, you and your peoples what? You and your peoples did nothing. And I apologize. I'm like, yo, and I low-key apologize because you probably think such and such, but I did not believe them rumors. And he was like, Oh, and then you and your sister walk away from us. Y'all walked away from us. What are you talking about? And Loki felt offended because you're still trying to switch the whole situation up on me. So that's the whole point. Then we haven't talked since. Other than that, I did go to his graduation. Was the last time I kind of congratulated him. But yeah, and that's what happened. So if you guys like this video, please be able to think those subscribe down below if you guys are new, which most of you are, because I don't have a lot of subscribers. Thank you for watching. Peace out.
I've been missing out the walk with the minute. I've been building up the blocks like a man. Elliot got water dripping out the city. Oh my God, boy he got a God. Oh my God, boy that boy on top. Sipping